Hey everyone, welcome to Regiment Barbecue. I'm James Dennis. Today we're working on Texas style pork ribs. Now these things are so good and easy to do. We're going to just trim them up just a little minimal stuff to do. Put it with some salt and pepper on them. After that, we're going to put them on some pecan wood for about 250 degrees, about 5-6 hours. It's going to be amazing. Let's get going. All right, so what we have here is a full spare rib. Now, a lot of times what you can be able to do is find in the supermarket, you need to find these full spare ribs that are right here. If you were to take off this piece right here, square it off, you would get a St. Louis style rib. Now, baby back ribs are a little bit different. They are from the loin area of the pig, not from the belly of the pig. So these are going to be totally different. These are going to have a lot more flavor, a lot more meat. So let's get to it right here. First thing we want to do is find this bone that's right over here. And what you want to do, take your knife and just kind of fit it inside there. Kind of cut through the chine that's right there and just pull that. You can be able to take some of that right there. It has some good meat on it, but to be able to cut it off and make something out of that bone, like pork sausage or something like that. Next, we have a little bone that's right here already on the edge. That's gonna get burnt up. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice that thing off. See, just right there, just need to have that bone taken. It's all gone right there. All right, so now, looking good so far. All right, we're a little thin over here. See how there's a lot of fat, a lot of things right here. So we're going to find where that's going to be at. A couple of partial bones right here. And you want to just go around the side of it. Kind of just get all that. And it's thin, it's going to get burnt up anyway. So just go ahead and toss it over here into your pile. Now, when you're doing these, you want to make sure you're rounding everything off. So looking here, you don't want any sharp edges. So be careful when you're doing that you don't want to have any sharp edges at all. You want to have a nice round rack of ribs so that you can be able to have airflow go over it. So now here we are right here. Still want to get these edges here. Kind of want to here, so still a little thin in this area. It's okay, we can get all that meat off there. All right, this is looking pretty good so far. Whenever you're taking that chest bone that's right there, make sure you have a good heavy knife that can be able to get in there and get between those bones and be able to just press through the cartilage and chine that's right there. All right, so I am liking how this side here is looking. So let's flip it over. All right, you have a piece of flap that's right here. A lot of times you want to make sure that you get all that cut off. Take your knife. Get as close as you can with that, because this flap's going to burn up inside the smoker. It's going to cause a lot of crispy edges, things like that. So you want to get it in there, off of there. Also, you have a lot of this little bit of fat here. I want to try to remove some of this. I don't want to take all of it, but I'm going to remove a lot of it right here. You get all that extra fat and everything. Fat is flavor, but there's only so much of it that's going to be able to render down the amount of time that the ribs are on the smoker. So you want to limit on how much fat you're leaving on there. All right. Next, you have the membrane. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do here. You can be able to take off this membrane altogether, just peel it straight off. Some people will leave it on completely. But for time, things like that, what you can be able to do is you can just score right across here and right across here, and it'll cook up right there, and then you can still be able to have a nice rib. But this time I want to peel this off. Now what you want to do is get your finger or a butter knife up underneath here, and let's see if I can get it all in one go. And it will fight you on some. So another tip or trick you can be able to use is if you get a paper towel and be able to grip the whole thing, you can be able to hopefully be able to tear it all away. But it looks like I'm able to get it this time. No, with not too big difficulty here. It's fighting me a little bit. All right, look at that. Got it. Got all that. Make sure that, again, check the little fat areas here. Get those off. Doesn't need to be perfect, but sometimes I just like to, sometimes it's just a little satisfying for me to be able to go in here and get some of these pieces off. But I feel like that's pretty much it right there. So looking at it, and the bones right there, you see where we had cut through those right there. Make sure they had separated, they had. Yeah. So then, we wanted to flip this back over. And there's no extra slice right there, so that's all looking good right there. So now, what I want to be able to do is I wanted to put some salt that's on here. All right. Now, what I want is I want that salt in there to be able to kind of draw out moisture. The fat's going to make it nice and juicy on the inside, but I want to get the moisture out of there because it's going to play into evaporation whenever you have the smoke and the heat coming across it. That moisture that's inside of it's going to cause an evaporation. It's going to cool the top of it and take your ribs longer to work with. By doing this right here and letting it sit for a while, you're going to draw that moisture out. But one other thing you want to do with it is that moisture, whenever you put your pepper on there, it's also going to help adhere the pepper to the ribs. So I like going a little heavy with pepper. My ribs are typically pepper forward. This is just black, coarse ground black pepper. Make sure you get the sides of this right here. And lastly, try it this way. All right, so that is looking good right there. We're gonna flip these over and do the same thing on this other side here. Get the salt. And this is just regular old kosher salt, nothing big or fancy about it. There's that. And what that black pepper is going to do, it's going to help build your bark. It's going to help have the smoke adhere to something and build the bark that's going to be looking nice and red and juicy on the inside of this. You're going to get a lot of that red color is going to be from the smoke. I'm going to be using pecan smoke today. But I mean, that's a nice looking rack of ribs. So let's go to the fire and see what we got going on. And now it's going on the smoker at 225 degrees. Actually, I want to flip it around, have it face that direction like that. There you have it. Staying in around that 250, 260 area. All right, so we've been going about 4 hours. We're going to sauce these up, wrap them, and get them back on so we can go finish them out. First thing I want to do is I want to take some barbecue sauce that I've mixed with some Worcestershire sauce, kind of thin it out, make it a much more easy spreadable liquid. It creates a nice glaze. So we're going to put that down here at the bottom first, so just a little bit. Just like this. Then you're going to take your ribs, and you're going to place them top side down. Make sure they're all nice, get on that sauce right there. Then you're going to put the sauce on it this side as well. That's right, it doesn't need a whole lot, just some of it right here. Looking good, looking good. We've got some nice pull going on. Pull back from the bone a little bit right here. You start seeing it a little bit here. They plumped up really nice as well. So, I mean, this whole thing is looking really good right now. Next, we're going to put some big pats of butter right over the top. And that's just going to help with moisture inside of here. Make the meat nice and juicy. There we are. After we've done that right there, now it's just time to wrap them up. So we're just going to pull one side right over here, pull another side right over the top right here, come over the top, come over the top right here. All right, make sure nothing's getting out, no bones are poking through, it's not going to leak anywhere. All right, we're ready to go, and we'll pull these out in about an hour and a half. Wow, would you just look at this? This is looking amazing right now. Got everything all cooled. I'm letting it rest for a little bit, and then we're gonna slice into this and see how it all turned out. All right, so these look fantastic. I can't wait to get it. Now, sometimes it's hard to be able to cut ribs and everything, but what I find out doing is turn them over just a little bit right here. That way you can be able to see where the bones are and be able to cut them alongside. So I'll take my knife real quick. I'm going to go right through the middle of the bone right here. Got another one going right through here. All right. Sometimes you have that little pressure for the, but I mean, look at that tender, juicy, and I cannot wait to try this. Perfect bite right there. Look at that. All right. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.